Yes, sir. What is up? What is up? Back at it again with another pod. We are Intoxicating Sports, the pod that drinks way more than you.
Probably.
I am B-Team Brady Simpson, all the way to the left. Josias Crusetta, a little closer to me, Hunter Prodzinski, and right next to me, Adam Bowman. We've got one hell of a pod. Over the weekend, we got the Dolphins revving up 70 points in the Broncos. Cowboys slip up. The Jags slip up. And what do you know, guys?
What do you know?
The Pittsburgh Steelers with the most wins of our teams. Let's fucking go, baby.
Oh, because they have two.
That's exactly why, Hunter, because they have
That's
two.
Crazy. They're so bad, too.
I'm going to take a brief moment to do something honorable.
Honorable?
Yeah, something I don't do much, but you guys asked me why I have two beers here.
Probably can barely see him.
Here you guys go.
One.
I got one here, too.
Okay, well, there's two over here. I'm picking up one, guys. I don't know why none of you remember this. I bet Josias that Giants would not score a touchdown in that game on Thursday, and they did.
And we air shaked.
Yeah.
Noble, man.
I
So,
forgot about
I owe a
honestly
shotgun because they scored exactly one fucking touchdown.
I knew you weren't just going to do one out the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, but then you said you were gonna do one.
He didn't want to bring it up prior to the pod either.
No.
He didn't bring it up prior to the pod, so I didn't go ham on his ass.
Did you
I thought
remember?
there was a bet.
Yeah,
I did not remember.
surprised
Brady,
Josias
whatsoever.
didn't remember that. Well, never mind. No, I'm not.
No. But I didn't remember it, and it happened right in front of me.
And Hunter said, "Yep, confirmed."
Oh, it's definitely confirmed.
Yes, sir.
This is not going to go down well.
I'm actually feeling optimistic.
I've been slaving at work all day, drinking water.
Oh.
This should be great for you, man.
Shouldn't that be better if you've been drinking water?
I don't know. I'm just not ready. It's going to be a shock to the system.
I feel like you're always ready.
Coming up after the shotgun, the opening line. You'll never believe your ears. Okay, ready? Cheers.
You might believe your ears. All right, last one to finish. Shotguns, another
You
one.
guys need to get closer to the mic when you're chugging.
So I can hear my fucking throat just glug, glug, glug.
Yep.
Bree's a good glug glug glugger for sure.
Oh, relax. Okay.
Those look cold.
Nah, I warmed mine up with some water.
Oh, good man.
The old Bowman.
Smart thinking.
All right. Let's fucking get into it. What's up, guys?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. Just your old typical Tuesday, shotgun and beers during the afternoon.
You know, I feel like shotgunning a beer off the top accomplishes the icebreaker kind of thing that we try to accomplish with opening line.
That's true.
But this one was pretty crazy, so we'll just say it. I'll give it context first real quick.
Okay.
Saturday night, everyone goes home. I'm just laying in bed, can't sleep yet. So I pull a Bumble. I'm looking through. See this cute Indian girl. She just takes a nice selfie in the thing as her cover photo. I'm like, wow, she looks nice. One line in the bio. Ready? I scratched my pussy with corn chips.
I wonder how that feels.
I just don't, like, nothing else about her profile was, like, off whatsoever. And it was so out of place, caught me so off guard.
Like her other things are like, yeah, I like to go shopping and I really like long walks on the beach, and then there's just that.
Reading my book in the afternoon.
And, like, the pictures of the girl look so, like, I mean, this one could be, like, her confirmation dress. Like, I don't even, it's ridiculous. I like the vibe. I swiped right.
Did you get the swipe back?
Oh, I actually haven't checked it since then.
Damn.
I can look right now, actually.
Yeah, pull this shit up. See if you
Oh,
got
wait,
it.
no, because I always go back on, like, what is it? Hide your profile, do not disturb, whatever. I just do it for fun. And then I close it out before I can get rejected, you know?
Smart.
Yeah.
This guy.
Next level.
Because if she does say something back, then you got to come back with like a something
Something
clever. Like
I'll start calling her
I-
Frito-Lay.
They call me
I
corn,
scratched
they call me
my
corn chips or something.
butthole with ranch Doritos or just something weird.
The last girl sucked my dick said it tastes like corn chips.
Ooh. Wow.
Was that an actual?
No, I was saying that's 100%.
Oh, okay, my bad.
That'd be dope
I
though.
thought he was. I don't know, my bad.
Chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa.
Okay, yo.
I like that. I'm not gonna say that one actually.
You should always say everything that comes to your mind.
No.
Whenever
no.
Josiah says,
can always
God,
edit
I'm
out
not
later.
gonna say it. Yeah, you should
Loves
say it.
editing out a million things.
It's funny because
Well, I'm just not.
I told
I'm
my
gonna
little
leave it in.
brothers to think about what they say before they say it.
Oh, that's rich.
Oh,
Very rich. They'll get to know me better and be like, this guy. Remember when you told me that?
This guy.
let's get into it, baby. Sunday, a lot of sparks, a lot of shits,
Fun day.
a lot of teams lost.
It was a pretty fun week 3. A lot of shit going on.
A lot of upsets.
I've never seen what I saw on Sunday. Dolphins putting up 70 points.
70
That's
burger.
because I don't think it's happened while we've been alive. That's fucking insane, dude. 70 points.
They would get the ball and like I'm just like it's like there's 3 minutes left in the game. There's no way they're scoring again. Just look at the stat sheet and it's like Chan freaking his name is Chan.
Yeah, I just learned how to pronounce his name
Yeah, I saw-
because
Well,
Adam
he
Schefter.
told everyone after the game
Yes.
because
Okay.
he blew up. So to probably add some context. Their rookie
Wait,
running back, 3rd rounder, Devon Achane, had 4 touchdowns in their 70-20 rout of the Broncos. While their other starting running back also had 4 touchdowns. So just crazy. I mean, they scored 10 touchdowns as a team, so they each had 4. And this rookie running back had to come out after the game and tell everyone they're pronouncing his name wrong. It's probably smart. You do that after a 4 touchdown performance. I feel like that's justifiable.
He had some huge runs. He looked really fast.
yeah.
I like him as instead of Mostert as their lead back, but they can just interchange. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Right
that
in my
was
face.
still probably just fucking.
I have Raheem Mostert on one of my fantasy teams.
Disagrees. I see.
They'll probably start using him more and more and leaning more off Mostert, I would think. I've definitely heard of him, especially because I'm in the Dynasty draft. I'm like, okay, this guy has upside potential. He's fucking fast as shit, so he fits their whole everybody has to run fast on our team ordeal.
They
But-
really are doing that.
Yeah. It's
It's-
insane,
I
dude.
saw Next Gen Stats had the top 10 fastest speeds recorded in game, and the Dolphins had all the top 6 times achieved this year so far. Yeah,
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Should have a little bit of a
Mostert's fast as shit, too.
crowded backfield.
and we're not even talking Tyreek Hill is the fastest dude in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyreek Hill looked like Tyreek Hill, but
Jeff
when-
Wilson's pretty fast when he's not hurt.
Oh,
He's their slowest running back too.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was noticeable.
Waddle didn't play. Their first round wide receiver from 2 years ago didn't even play. Still scored 70, no problem.
I didn't have any Miami players in that game. Did you guys? You said you had Mostert?
Mostert against your sister, yeah.
Yeah.
I have
2
no
at
Mi-
once.
I have no Miami players.
Yeah, at least you had someone. Yeah,
Basketball teams.
10 touchdowns. Side note, Josias bet on the weekend he did the every team in the 1 o'clock slate has to kick a field goal. Was that it?
In all the slates, I believe.
Okay.
Every
To also
game on Sunday.
give a little insight, the Chargers and the fucking Dolphins scored so much that I just assumed that they kicked a field goal at some
He
point.
assumed.
Because like I did,
You
they
missed
always
this one, Bowman. He went up just yelling,
Screamed so
screaming
loud.
when someone finally hit a field goal
it was the Commanders,
at the end of the 1 o'clock games, and there were 3 other teams.
2 other teams, just those 2. It was just those 2.
But then also 6 teams late and 2 games of Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, he just thought since they scored, they had to kick the field goal. Me and Hunter just turned around like, what? You didn't win. They have 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, Dolphins 10 touchdowns, no field goals is crazy.
But he's like, just sits back down sad.
It's close.
Not really.
2 teams. It was
It's
2
funny.
teams.
before the last 8 teams had to go off.
No, it was only the 4 o'clock and it was only the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games.
Okay, so another 6 teams.
But I was like, I just thought they might have kicked the field goal.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been cool.
Do you know fucking early in that game, too, was like 16 for 16. I think he finished with like 3 incompletions. But he finished that game with nearly a perfect passer rating. It was like a few points off. And when they brought Mike White in, he was perfect and threw a touchdown. So he actually had a perfect passer rating.
Yeah,
in
I'm
that
looking
game.
at Tua passer rating 155.8, Mike White 158.3. Holy shit. Their combined stats actually is a perfect passer rating as well. I don't know how that works, but I'm just seeing.
They just make stuff up.
The passer rating doesn't. That's
It's out there, so it's real.
that's why
It's a
the new
real stat.
QB rating that's like out of 100 is way more reliable. QBR, yeah. Which also looks like Mike White had a perfect.
I mean, he
one
had
of those.
perfect, yeah.
He had 100 on that as well.
That's nasty.
But you can't combine those, I guess. I don't know. I'm just looking at it. Damn, Achan had 203 rushing yards. Holy crap.
Talk about from the flip side, like the Broncos. This whole offseason, Sean Payton
Yeah,
comes in. He's like
running in his mouth.
wanting to run his mouth, saying turn the shit around. Calls out the Denver coaches, saying it's the worst coaching job
Said Tua's gonna be.
they ever seen, bro.
He's talking shit about Tua, talking shit about the Dolphins, and just keeps going. And then they play and just thump that ass.
You talk all that shit, and then you let up the most points, second most points
Ever.
in NFL history.
I love.
They,
ask him in the press
I think
conference.
Dolphins had the most yards ever in NFL history in a game, 726.
Yep, I think that's right.
Fucking wow.
You know what's weird is like Russell Wilson actually had a decent game. 23 for 38, 306 yards, touchdown, interception. QBR of 67.2 is fine, above the 50 average or so. It's kind of their defense, and their defense was pretty great last year, so I don't really know what's going on there.
Yeah, I thought it'd be flip from that. Defense was great last year. Why didn't it carry over? I mean, the only difference is bringing in Sean Payton. Sean Payton's an offensive mind.
Yep.
I mean, you're still the head fucking coach.
Yeah.
You got control over everything, so this is all on him.
It's not like Hackett was a defensive coach, though.
Yeah, true.
So, I
Hackett
mean,
wasn't
shouldn't have
shit.
changed too much in the Broncos organization on that front.
Yeah.
So,
You wonder how much that, like, new younger coaches, I think, tend to allow the coordinator on the side of the football that they're not to kind of do their thing. Like, I'm guessing Hackett let the D coordinator last year kind of just do your thing, whatever. You probably know more than me about defense. Where I could see Sean Payton this year being like, I've won a Super Bowl. I know what I'm doing. Here's what we're going to run on defense. That's a little bit speculation, but I've seen that theme with new coaches lately as we get a lot more like younger coaches in the league. Vikings definitely had some of that last year, and it resulted in the worst defense of the season and firing their DC at like week whatever it was.
Sean Payton does kind of seem like at first he was blaming it on Russell Wilson and just making these sly comments and pressers like towards him and still towards like past coaches and everything. I mean, I wasn't a Russell Wilson fan, but now it's like swaying more towards like, okay, is this just... I mean, Sean Payton, it just looks like he's blowing it up right now. I mean, can they be worse than they were last year? I mean, because that's pretty bad.
What they finished last year?
4 wins?
No way. That's so bad. Did they really?
I am guessing. Do you remember? That was your team last year.
something like that.
That
They didn't
that was your Super Bowl team.
well, just a couple years off.
5-12 last year.
Yeah, see, but better than expectations.
Pretty rough. 0-3 so far this year.
Bro, and last year, This is kind of carryover. Remember late in the season they gave up like 50 points to Baker Mayfield in the Rams?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
later
remember
in the
that game.
season. I thought they had good talent on the defensive side. No, they got one of the best corners. Well, at least we thought. Patrick Surtain Jr.
Senior.
That'd be crazy. He came back.
Came back.
He was a beast.
Yeah, I don't
Played for
remember
Miami.
him. Like the college?
Dolphins.
You think they just go out and find another head coach after this year if he just keeps going like this?
Did they trade something for Peyton? They give up draft picks for him.
That's a good question. I'm
I
looking
think
it up
the
right
Saints still had rights to him. He still had years on his contract.
now. Yep. That's what I'm seeing here.
Damn.
But Denver also traded all their
Wow, how is this not more of a big deal?
like first round picks to Seattle. So like even last year when they would have had a super high pick, gave it away to Seattle anyway.
So what you guys are saying is, if he does terrible, even if there's grounds for him to get fired, he's still not going to get fired, basically?
I think they'll
Probably
keep him
not.
with Russell Wilson through that experiment.
They sent this last year's first pick, which was 30 because I got it from San Fran. So 30 overall, and then next year they gave New Orleans their second and third rounder.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Wow.
They're falling apart.
On top of the most ridiculous
is
contract
bad.
they gave Russell Wilson. Because
That
there's
is
no
bad.
getting out of that.
Did you guys see that the Walmart family
Broncos are in
bought the
trouble.
Broncos?
Big trouble.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that said
Yeah, I saw this.
no matter how much merchandise is stolen from Walmart every day, Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are stealing more from the Walton family.
Just facts. I mean, it's like hundreds of millions.
It'll be, because if it keeps going at this rate, it'll be fun to watch who they're going to like pin this on.
Dude, they're so in trouble that
Who-
I don't know if they can just have a scapegoat. Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to – they can't even start over if they got rid of Russell Wilson. They'll have no money, no real picks. This is kind of their, like, all out, and they fucking suck.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
They're favored next week on the road.
Against the Bears.
Bears.
It's the Bears.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
4
The Bears
0-3
are so
teams left in
bad.
the NFL, and they all play each other next week.
Hey, it's you.
Damn.
That's me.
You get a chance,
You
man.
gonna- you gonna lose to Andy Dalton?
I would much rather play Bryce
Bryce
Young
Young.
for
Oh,
sure.
Sure.
Yeah, but Vikings got Panthers this week. I mean, I'm not worried about that one. But honestly, it might be better if they lose, if this season's going to continue like this.
No, because I picked them in our playoff thing. So
I mean, I think they'll win. They should win. They're not a bad team, but
I think I'm the only one who didn't pick Vikings in the playoffs.
I didn't say they're out of the playoffs. You watch your mouth.
I was
Well-
just hedging
I,
my enjoyment in life with my picks.
My enjoyment in life.
So I keep betting the Steelers. I keep winning money, but I'm upset these Steelers are winning.
Yeah, just keep betting them because I
It's good
think
balance,
that's
though.
you're helping out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Got the Texans this week. Only 3-point favorites right now.
What?
Yep.
Oh, I actually like the Texans.
Not bad. Is that who we're
You
talking
want to
about
hop into that?
next?
You want to hop into that?
Sure. We can do that.
Tee it up.
The Texans get a huge dub against the Jags. Definitely underdogs. Hunter actually picked them for Survivor, Jags for Survivor this past week and lost on it.
Yeah, Jags were 7.5-point favorites, lost by 20 to the Texans.
All this big talk about Trevor Lawrence, who actually didn't seem too bad in that game, but
He's had
I
some
mean,
guys
CJ
drop
Stroud and the
balls.
Texans put up 37 points.
Stroud looks kind of good.
Yeah, I saw his third down stats.
That's the takeaway.
He's doing pretty well.
He has the 5th most passing yards in the league this year, and he's got the 4th most passing attempts with 0 interceptions on the year.
He's got the third most passing yards ever through 3 games.
Yes.
Hmm.
Him, Cam Newton, and Herbert.
So he's fucking doing nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I didn't think he'd be doing this well at all. I just
Me
thought
either.
that he was the
On
best
the
quarterback
Texans.
coming out of the draft.
Yeah, we all said that during the college draft.
Well, the
We all
thing
like Stroud
was that you remember how bad he was last year for the Buckeyes. He was pretty fucking bad until that last semifinal game against Georgia, where he absolutely
Was a dog.
best game I've ever seen him play. So then it's like, okay, do you trust this whole portfolio of just bad games all year, or do you trust the one game against? But it is against the best team that we played, and it was the most recent. So that was like the ultimate. Like, I didn't know what to expect. But if I had to lean one way, it was going to be towards the 12 games that year that he didn't look good. But maybe I mean, this game against the Jags, he looked like he did against Georgia.
Okay, and to be fair, you could go back and look at his games. There's no way that he just had so many bad games. It's probably just
They weren't
your
all like 12 bad
perception
games.
of it.
Dude.
Just expecting way more of them or something, because there's no way you're just that bad in all his games.
He was pretty bad in the
No
whole
way.
season, dude. I mean, he wasn't. Okay, bad is relative when you're talking about a top 5 college team, yes. But, none of those games did he ever look how, Justin Fields looked his last season at OSU. Nothing about that instilled confidence for us going into Georgia. I remember all of us, I think Bowman even picked Georgia as a bet on here. We did not have confidence in going into that game.
Don't scroll back.
I'm looking at it.
did you
Bowman
bet-
did. He did.
Mistype.
Georgia -6.5. Bowman took it.
He didn't even win it then.
I know.
What the? You little crumb snatcher.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I don't think I've won a bet ever on
Because
this
he
podcast.
looked so
God.
bad going into that game. I mean, that was yeah. And then we maybe should have won that one. 'Cause Marvin Harrison got hurt. That was tough.
Yeah, and while we're on the subject, dude, shout out the fucking Buckeyes for edging out a dub against Notre Dame.
Game was crazy.
We had everyone over, some friends over, and appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with us.
Hate the Catholics.
Hate him.
Uh-huh. I made a shout out Huck. I made a bet with him that I would throw on a Notre Dame T-shirt if they beat us.
Are you wearing it?
Absolutely fucking not, Huck. What's up, baby?
Fuck,
Hey, isn't Huck the penis shaving the back guy?
Yeah.
Dude.
damn.
Fucking Huck.
That's
I remember
awesome
that guy.
you remember that.
No, that guy was dope.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's like my dad's best friend.
I can see why.
He's the best man at my dad's wedding.
Not red.
Red.
Dude, I spilled so hard right there. I'm sorry, Red.
Red, if you're listening.
Oh, shit. You got any houses I can rent?
Dude, he has listened before. They'll put it on sitting around the bar sometimes,
Let's go.
and somebody will catch it and then play it for him like later on, and he gets excited.
Jerks off at home.
Dude. I'm not really sure what
Are we doing roulette anytime this year?
like
the hat game?
the new
No,
improved
hat
roulette
game.
hat game.
We get like a team score points or
We could bring that back. I just got to change the name to it to a more appropriate name.
names in a hat game.
Pick a hat. Pick a name out of that game.
Something like that. Yeah. I like that shit. I mean,
It gives me one more thing to root for.
Sure.
The amount of fantasy teams cut out to me this weekend, and I started Anthony Richardson, who did not play. And it cost me a win.
damn.
That's tough. I saw some mistakes. It's tough to make a mistake this early. Week 3. That's not a good look. But I saw you also gained a win because Sam forgot to start people, so it kind of evened out for you.
Scored the most points in the league, and she scored the second
and she
most.
still
and
she would have
almost-
beat
yeah.
you if she started her players.
Started two people sitting.
And yeah, and that game was.
And
Would
she-
you win by 6
One
points
of
or
them
something?
she would have started
Something like
was
Either one, I think, would have.
Adam Thielen,
Yes,
and so she would have blew him out the water.
for sure.
I would have adjusted correctly.
Her team is pretty solid, and she's 0-3.
0-3.
Yeah.
I play her this week.
It's tough.
So
I hope she beats your ass. Do you know Brady and I are the only 3-0s in that league out of 16 teams?
I do know because I looked today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Beat
beat
Grib
Brady's
on-
ass in the Minnesota League this past weekend.
I think fantasy pros.
I'm starting to get a little hope.
Sorry to hear that.
Thielen scoring touchdowns. Ken Walker was doing all right. I was like, okay.
Oh, you were getting hope.
Yes, I was getting
Not
hope.
till the late games though.
He messaged me and said, "Can you bench your players?"
Not what you
I
want.
mean, it's worth
week
a try.
3. Worth a try.
That team's definitely my worst.
My military, I feel like I'm cursed. Always suck in that league, military league. But I got Cooper Kupp coming back. I got good running backs. I might make a push here. Finally got my first win. Kind of
nice.
didn't deserve that one either, but whatever.
Do you got any of you guys have undefeated teams?
Just the one we were talking about.
I got some defeated teams.
Other
0-3.
You got some 0-3 teams?
I have one 0-3 team. Yes.
Ooh,
I
I
got
do
a
not
Justin
have any of
Jefferson
those.
winner right now.
I have an 0-3
3-0.
team
Okay.
with like
You got no
I feel like a
no
solid-ass
defeated
team.
teams, which is good.
Yep.
I thought my
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp team might go in 3.
0-3 is tough, but no, I got 2 teams with Saquon and JT out, and they snuck out a win.
I was bubbly. Now we're gonna audible to the other team that got a big win. The Arizona
Bengals.
No, the Arizona Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals.
I hate to be the Cowboys. Can you imagine losing to a team 40-0 and then that team losing to the Cardinals by 12 2 weeks later? Can you imagine that, Josias?
No, couldn't.
You're 52 points worse than the Cardinals.
Didn't they beat the
Well,
Cardinals?
they beat the Cardinals though, so it's real fucked up.
Yeah, I said that.
This
during
all
the game.
happened in a
Yeah.
3-week span, which is just wild.
Which is crazy because you were actually getting your ass beat in that first half, and then DJ came through for you guys.
Cardinals
NFL's
aren't that
weird.
bad. They have a decent defense.
I mean, every good team has a slip up throughout the year. It just always happens. So
I'm more on the side of Cardinals aren't as bad as people think than the Cowboys just kind of look past them this week.
I think Dobbs is better than a lot of people think.
That I disagree with. I don't think Dobbs is that
I mean, he keeps. I don't know.
If you-
There's just drives where I'm just like, how the fuck is he doing this right now? And
they
some
ran.
of the drives he's absolutely
I
terrible.
mean, he did have a good game here, and that's I'm not going to take that away.
He's kind of like Daniel Jones.
No,
Better?
I
no.
Better?
I don't like them both.
If you
so
plug
I
in
don't
Kyler
know.
Murray, do you think they're 3-0?
No.
No,
Why not?
2-2
'Cause they're not good.
Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. They still like gutted the roster a little bit too much to be a real problem. Like they got who's their next wide receiver after Hollywood Brown? Who I don't even think should be a
Michael
number
Wilson?
one.
Michael Wilson.
Exactly. Michael
And
Wilson.
Isabella?
Like, do you really want Michael Wilson to be up there?
I mean, could actually be a dog.
They're okay, but like James
Next couple
Conner,
years.
you don't want him to be your starting running back, really. You don't want Hollywood Brown to be your starting number one wideout.
Yes, you do. He's solid.
It's got him on a fantasy team, huh?
Sure do. Many of them.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
But I don't think this is the last random upset win they pull this year.
Do they play the Vikings this year?
Oh fuck,
I hope so. I got money on the Cardinals.
no, they
Hey,
don't.
Arizona might be favored in that game. Shit.
Josh Dobbs went to go see if he could buy his jersey.
They
in
play the Steelers though.
get that ass smack. Josh Dobbs went to go see if he could buy his jersey in the Cardinal Stadium,
Yeah, we'll handle him.
and they don't even.
Also, the Bengals next week, week 5.
Next week.
Week
yeah,
5, week
next
5. Yep, this is coming up week 4 next week.
Never mind. They suck. You're right.
You can't buy. You
Kyler
can't buy.
come back for that, right?
You can't buy a Josh
Not
Dobbs
for week
jersey.
5.
Basically, is what I'm trying to get to.
Why?
I saw he tried to. He went and tried to select his name. You can buy a jersey. You can either put your name on it or buy a player. And you collect player.
He's not.
And his
an
name
option.
just not on the list.
Who?
What
Josh
the
Josh
fuck?
Dobbs.
Oh,
On the
Cardinals.
Cardinals, like inside their main store in the stadium, and right outside they have a store, and he went there
Damn.
too, and it wasn't in there either. He's like, "What the fuck?"
he's our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's like, "I'm
At least you've been there like 4 weeks now.
hmm
I mean, it's so easy to put his name into a database so he can print off
Yeah.
jerseys. But, maybe they thought he wasn't going to be around too long. Didn't feel like doing it.
That's funny. I didn't think you would.
Do you know how he realized? The cheerleader who also has alopecia or whatever went to go buy his jersey, and that's on the Cardinals. She's like another bald chick, but either way, She went to go buy his jersey and
Damn.
went there. He was like, "What the fuck?" So he went and investigated himself.
Kind of fucked up.
See another bald chick.
Sorry, she's just a person with alopecia.
He said it correctly the first time. He was just
I
describing
know, but
it.
you're saying like, is Josh Dobbs a chick? What do you mean? Also,
They're both,
Sorry.
They're both bald.
There's another girl from high school I knew.
Both
that
have
had
alpacas.
alopecia.
From the Cowboys side.
bald eagles aren't really bald.
Well, they have hair.
Oh, my God.
Have feathers.
Right. Feathers. But,
I had to drive so bad this past Saturday that I almost hit an eagle.
Not like in a good way, right?
I didn't see
Like
I
you
just-
make an eagle.
Yeah. Like I shanked it so bad right.
A triple
And
bogey.
then I turned around and they said, "No, you almost hit that eagle, though." So,
still tied king.
yes, sir. Hey, shout out Devin King for having the worst round since he's been 14 years old. His little boy ass, driving ass. What's up, kid?
Yes, sir. Being
Look
for the
at the
second
score.
time this year.
Look at the scorecard, and I'm like, I have never seen Devin get more than a double bogey 3 holes in a row. Just like every hole was like triple bogey.
He was struggling.
There was a
But
nine
on a par
the par
three?
Yeah, the 9 on a par 3 was wild.
Did Rob took you to town in the blackjack hands?
Yo, that shit was wild.
We played just for halftime of the OSU game. He bought in 25, and I paid him out 115. like
I thought it
10
was-
minutes
son.
later.
It was
find that
31-25. I
Like
think,
10 minutes
actually.
later.
But it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he took me.
I was just watching
Good
like
shit, Rob.
waiting for Rob to, because then I was like, Rob, put $40 in, and he does it, and I thought you were gonna lose that hand. And you paid him, and then Devin also put in another. I was
Yeah,
like,
Devin
Rob, put
also
40,
won.
and then Devin's like, fuck it, me too. I'm putting more money in than too.
Fucking
And
we
then
ball.
You both, you busted that hand. That was crazy, all over the faces.
Deck was
Tasted
running
like
cold.
Corn chips.
Fucking corn chips.
And then we played at the end, and I gave $15. And,
Oh, yeah, he's the only one I took money from.
and I lost 15, right? But then, Devin lost money too, because he kept giving me $5 to keep playing. Like after I lost money, and I'd win a hand, lose a hand, win a hand, lose 2 hands, and Devin just was like, "All right, you're done." And I was like, "I see you, big guy."
No, he still made money
Really?
that session despite giving you.
That's
Yeah.
good for him.
Damn, you really got taken then.
I was happy the Buckeyes won, so I didn't have to kill myself.
Hell yeah.
And I gave you $15.
For what?
Blackjack. You won 15 from me.
Yeah, well, that was nothing.
All that happened. That was a lot of like different things that happened. It was all on Saturday.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seemed
This
weird.
is all Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Like golf, that shit at the game.
Showed up 2 hours late, and I was first
Long
one
ass
here.
day.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, we're trying to get beer dye games in.
Everyone
That's why we
that
lost that
came,
one because it was
showed
too
up
late. We had a stoppage
within
time
the
and we were supposed to
10
stop
minutes
at.
before the game.
How'd you guys get a beer dye game in before? You guys really went
They
to it
he
right
showed
away.
up like 20 minutes before the game. We
Okay.
played till it kicked off.
Yeah.
I showed up an hour.
Nah, that's
King-
a lot. I showed up like 5 minutes before kickoff.
6:30.
King showed up like right before kickoff and came back yard and said, "All right, I don't play," but we're like, "Nah, man,
No.
we got to go watch the game."
Yeah, what? Fucking bitch.
If only y'all came earlier.
Plus,
Talk about the other
but-
thing that I'll hit real quick
is your
is
girl?
on the Cowboys Cardinals game. I saw a stat: the Cowboys went in the red zone 5 different times. Not only put up 16 points off of that. It's the least amount of points in the with Jesus Christ, I can't even
That
talk.
many red zone trips.
Really?
Least amount of points with that many red zone trips in the last 2 years for the Cowboys. So it's not like a
For the
something like
Cowboys.
ridiculous,
For
but in the
the- I
last
was
2 years for
gonna
the
say,
Cowboys.
Let's say
Okay.
for the NFL.
5 trips, 16 points. So 5 trips, 3 field
They-
goals, and a touchdown. That's not that bad. Obviously, you're not going to – you got to do better to win the game, but I don't know.
They let Arizona run for 222 yards in the game.
They miss Zeke, their goal line back.
That could be it too. I mean, he's the one who was running up the gut and getting all his touchdowns last year at the middle.
He led the Patriots in rushing this week.
I saw it.
Ugh.
I saw the
Zeke.
red zone target Dalton
I
Schultz.
said, ugh.
He was their leading target in the red zone last year. He's gone on the
gone.
Texans
I
with
think
CJ.
they need another receiver outside of CD.
The thing is, they've got Brandon Cooks. Like, I feel like they have all the weapons.
Cooks could be cooked.
Facts.
I don't know. It's too
Like
early
1,000
to say.
yards in every single year every single team's played for.
Yeah, and so I thought he would be a good wide receiver too. And then I thought if he can be a wide receiver too, Gallup would be a great 3. And Gallup hasn't really done much either.
Yeah.
So they have Lamb and no one.
Ferguson, they've tried to implement in red zone. I've seen. He's got a lot of targets.
And I mean,
Got a tight end.
this is not disastrous. We're still talking about a team that's
Did they lose any
put
O
40
linemen?
week 1. You know,
They lose any O linemen in the offseason? Because they had a nice O line
I
last year.
thought they might have.
Lael Collins, was he there last year? Or was that the year before? I don't know.
I don't really pay too much attention to the O-line injuries, so I'm not sure if they got anybody out or not. But the one, we can hit injuries real quick. I mean, Trayvon Diggs out for the year.
He is?
Last
Yeah, I think he tore his ACL.
This week?
Practice,
midweek. You didn't.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yes, I do remember that now. Yeah.
So he wasn't in the game. Obviously, he's gonna be out for the year.
That is a tough break.
They could be just sad off that.
A little
Oh, man, I'm so
demoralized.
sad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I
I
mean,
know
it's
what
like
you're saying.
your second best defensive player to Micah Parsons. It's a very bad loss, but
Just keep going.
but it's not gonna ruin anything. I mean, like it's just a loss. You know,
I think it's a huge loss.
They're
on
still
the defense, though.
one of the best teams in the league.
It's lost to the Cardinals.
Who hasn't?
Did you mention anything about McDaniels?
No, we were kind of hitting on coaching fumbles with Sean Payton, and we did not talk about Josh McD.
McDicks.
McDoofus.
So Steelers, like I mentioned, they're 2-1. If we just want to go around the table real quick and just say how many wins your team has.
My team has 1.
All right, how many you got?
Yeah, my team has 0.
All right, how many you got?
3.
Nope, that's false. They have 1.
49ers fan. Got a jersey.
Yo, I might hop
Navarro
on that
Bowman.
bandwagon.
I saw you wearing a Cooper Cup jersey, too. What's going on, man?
He won me a fantasy championship.
Oh yeah.
Did you buy that at Marshall's?
Did you have that on last night?
No, I did not wear my Cooper Cup jersey when the Bengals played.
Remember when you promised to buy a Smaji P. Ryan jersey and you never did?
Because I knew he was going to leave us.
No, you didn't.
He's on
The point
Broncos.
is you promised you would and you didn't.
Promised a lot of things.
Wow. Can't trust this guy.
Can't trust him. I
Facts.
hate to hear it.
But Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday night, dude.
They keep giving you the cupcakeest games
Whoa.
against the worst teams.
They're
on
putting
primetime.
your
Sorry.
guys' garbage ass teams on primetime.
Sorry.
Way
So
How
too
is
much.
your game in theory not a cupcake game?
The Rams?
Let's not talk about the Rams like they're the fucking shit because Puka had 10 catches 2 games.
Rams are fine.
They're 1-2.
They're not the Raiders.
They're the same. There's no big difference between those two teams at all.
Raiders
At
are missing
all.
their
I know
other
Sean,
best
Sean
defensive
McVay would have
lineman,
gone
too.
for a touchdown.
Sean McVay would have been smarter.
Okay, thank you. So there's no difference, though?
It's not saying much.
And the team skill. And they're just so below the line that it doesn't matter. They're bad teams.
See what you're saying.
Do the Rams get to play the Steelers?
I fucking hope so.
I don't know.
I actually think they do.
I mean, I
I'm
hope
gonna look
so
it up
too. I
right
mean,
now.
If the Bengals played them.
Let's just give us all the easy teams. This is awesome.
Yep, they do.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Well,
Come on.
Week 7.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can we
Yeah, I
bet
mean,
a
I
shotgun
definitely-
on it right now?
Well, can we just wait until the week up?
No, you can't be that confident and do that.
No, because
You
I'm
can't
just
do
saying.
that.
I'm just saying.
You can't fucking
Yes,
do
I
that.
can.
No, you can't.
I'm saying if
can't
somebody
act like that.
gets injured, then I don't want to bet it. That's what I'm
Shut
just
the
looking out
fuck
for.
up.
Rams
There's
have the
one
same
injury
chance of
going
getting
to-
injured.
That's what I'm saying. So if you would be mad if Matt Stafford got hurt and they had John Wolford. I don't even know if he's still a backup quarterback.
It's fair because we're
It's the
both
same
betting it
probability.
now. It's the same
No,
thing.
I'm waiting until then, and then
I
I'll bet.
love catching you on the dumbest shit you say and then putting your
This
feet to the
isn't
fire.
dumb.
And then you're like, oh, no, I can't do that.
This is so different than just making a bet.
This
It's
is
a shotgun
exactly
bet.
what
It's a
this bet is.
shotgun bet.
I'm trying to make a bet. That's exactly what
It's
I'm
a
doing.
future. It's a future.
I don't want to bet
And
on
it's
the
like
future.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, it's like it's
not
it's
even
not-
that
it's
far
in
away.
October.
If
It's
we
not-
played next week with this team versus that team, then yes, I do think we'll win. I'm just not saying I don't want to bet right now and then be like, oh, can you pick us out? Najee Harris is out. This guy's out. And then I get fucked because then you would be not a good person. You'd be like, nope, so got to take the bet.
Because you made the bet.
You look like a
That's why I'm not fucking making the bet. That's why I'm not making the bet.
Baby bag bitch.
You understand me?
Brady.
Are you retarded?
Your
logic-
your
argument
argument
is
makes
bad.
no sense.
Your argument
your
is
logic
bad.
makes no
I'm
sense.
telling you right now why I'm not making the fucking bet.
You're scared.
But it's the same reason that we like. If we're betting on the Steelers, like it would be the same thing. Like we're betting on the Rams. I don't get it. I don't get your point. Basically,
Either team can get injured. We have the
Injuries
same
and-
chance of getting injured leading
what?
up to the game.
Okay.
Matt Stafford's better than Kenny Pickett. It's okay.
Okay, the Steelers have 2 wins and the Giants have 1. I mean, let's just keep going, guys. I mean, what are we talking about here?
You have a motherfucking murderer of players on your defense too.
What?
Minka Fitzpatrick versus fucking injuring people left and right.
All right. Just don't start with the utter just dumbness now.
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, Brady. I'm just
The
trying to
utter
trigger you.
dumbness.
Oh
All right,
my
all right,
God.
all right. Did you even get to McDaniels yet?
No, we never got there. Hunter would talk some fucking bullshit.
You were talking some bullshit.
I just tried to make it
You
have some
were
skin in it.
talking some
Put something
bullshit.
behind what you're saying. You're like, no.
No, when it gets there,
I could be
I'll-
wrong.
when it gets
I
there, we're
can't do
healthy.
that.
Hey, I'll come back to it. Man. I'll come back to it.
That was pretty funny.
So this was supposed to go was the Steelers have 2 wins. Okay. Vikings have 0 just for FYI. But
Just for your information.
yeah.
4 for 4.
Also, you know the 0-3 team's never made the Super Bowl?
I don't think he's planning on making a Super Bowl
Okay.
anyway.
I wasn't. I would love to.
I think
don't
next
get
pod-
me wrong.
I'm gonna eat 4 Wendy's 4-for-4s during the pod.
That's 16.
I got the under on that. You're not making it to the 4th one. There's no way.
Got the under. You're not making it to the pod.
4 for 4.
I got the under. I'm not making it to Wendy's.
I don't like that I have to drink 4 drinks. Is that included?
That's like the
That's
toughest
easy.
part.
You can also get
You think that's
Frosties for your
easy?
drink, right?
It's like a
I don't think
small.
that's easier, is it?
That's worse.
I don't know.
4 lemonades. I'd down in 3 gulps.
No.
What?
I think I could stuff the food down.
I think I could eat like a lot of Frosties. Frosties are like so easy they go down. Like drinking milk.
How fast you eat a small blizzard?
Y'all know already. Y'all know.
Quick.
Faster than Brady can poop.
Fucking quick.
That's for sure, dude.
I would, bro. I sweets in general, I can eat like a lot of them in one sitting, like a lot. I told you guys about the story where I ate a raw chicken as a kid, right?
What?
A whole raw chicken.
Please tell the audience.
I haven't told you guys that story. So before Thanksgiving, some people hate fucking turkey. So my mom always makes like a chicken too. And the turkey was like halfway cooked and they set it out next to the chicken. And the chicken's raw because like they're going to put the turkey back in. And they're just like moving stuff around. And it's been like maybe 15 minutes. I'm like 4 or 5, I think. And we just like moved to Hilliard. So my mom's like, everybody come to our house for fucking Thanksgiving. And she goes upstairs to go like get ready her hair, like put half her hair up and stuff and make sure it doesn't like whatever. She said she came back down and she was just like looking like, how's half this chicken gone? Like just raw. And I'm cleaning my hands at the sink because like I'm just got done eating. And she's like sees like the seasoning from the chicken on my face because I'm like a kid and it's on my shirt. And she's like can see the raw ass like fucking. She's like.
Felt weird in your mouth.
Rushed me to urgent care because I was a kid. I didn't even fucking think twice. I probably ate it, and I remember eating it, and I just remember going to urgent care afterward, and them like giving me stuff for my stomach.
It's like when you leave the dog unattended.
Yeah.
Bro,
Dude.
she said I ate
the
half the
dog.
chicken too. Like cut it, got a knife, and then she was like she couldn't believe that I ate that much of
You
it.
cut the raw chicken with a knife. I can see. Oh,
I took the wing off. Ate some of the
Off the bone, chewed
took-
it right off.
ripped it off the fucking chicken.
Like
I had this string on it. I remember I had this string on it, and I cut the string off.
What was this, junior year?
I was 4 years old. I was like 4 years old.
ago.
It's fucking crazy.
That's wild.
And the texture in your mouth had to have been just awful.
Like gelatinous. Like that's.
I don't know, man.
Would you do it again?
I can't remember. So I can remember
can't
eating
remember.
it. I don't remember the texture and stuff.
So it could be good.
I just remember her freaking the fuck out.
You're obviously still
You
alive.
should try
I
it
ate some
again.
chicken.
I think you're fine.
Do you think that was the start of your downfall, or?
Yeah, easily.
That was the end of it.
Oh,
You
That was
should
your rise up.
You should have saw where he'd be without that chicken.
that's where he got his time travel powers.
Yeah.
I found out the reason why I didn't get to go to Head Start, which was like a preschool. It's because the third day I was there,
You had salmonella.
some kid said something to my sister, and I just beat the shit out of
He
him.
said, "Your brother eats raw chicken."
Your brother eats raw chicken.
Because my sister was, I guess people thought she was hot when I was younger, and I used
Let's
to
go.
everybody used to just talk about my sister. So
Not younger.
I was pretty big, and I was like, you say that one more time.
He was,
beating that
indeed.
ass.
It's just a compliment.
My mom said the third day, she's like, she just got a new job, and she's like, had to fucking leave work for your bitch ass, bro.
Damn, yeah,
Oh,
you're.
I bet you were a handful as a kid.
Oh yeah.
I threw a chair at my kindergarten teacher. I mean, second grade teacher. My bad.
What was her name? What was that one?
Miss Eastep. She
Oh,
was
dude, she was so nice.
she was pregnant.
He was a
and
junior in
she
high
said
school.
pregnant.
She was when she was pregnant in first grade. I put a dull pencil in her leg. In her fucking leg, bro.
He's not gonna tell you. He threw that chair. He was a junior in high school. Came back for her.
No, in high school they had no. I mean, I was good. I was terrible up until fifth grade, basically. I was like the worst kid ever until like actually the fourth grade. Fourth grade, they were like, if you don't fucking stop doing this, like you leaving, dude.
Was it because the Giants sucked?
No, the
Every time your mom's phone rang, she was probably just like, just
Yep.
heart beating
damn.
so
heartbeat
fast.
a little
like-
bit. Heartbeat a little bit. Like when I beat up Christian Kiefer in the 7th grade, and then Coach Des kept it on the low. Coach Des kept it on the low because that's his fucking stepson. And he's like, I need Josias to play next week. Like, I'm not letting this good. My dumbass stepson who plays on the B team, Christian Kiefer, fucking ruined my.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then I beat the shit out of him after practice because he was just running his mouth. And then Coach Des brings me to my mom. Then my mom just beats the shit out of me that day because he talked
good.
to her for like an hour, and she's like, "That's what he did." And then she broke a spoon on my arm that day. I had a fucking cut from like here to here, a wooden spoon. She broke it on my arm. She was gonna hit me in the fucking
I was gonna
face.
ask if it was plastic.
Put my
Yeah, that's
arm up.
ridiculous.
She fucking smacks my arm. That shit snapped. I was like, well deserved. Went to school, didn't tell a soul. Told Trey Harden. He's like, I'm to your arm. I told Tommy Horn. He's like, you a dumbass. Like both of them. It's like, fuck you, Josias. That was it.
Probably a million other stories too.
Dude.
That's why he's on the pod.
Bro, before we went to Dominican Republic in the 6th grade, I did some fucked up shit. For sure.
Shocks me.
Like the day of us getting on the plane. Getting on the plane, I fucking, I mean, I'm fucking 6'1", 220 pounds. You guys are all 150 pounds. Why are you guys talking to me like I'm not gonna, like they knew I would get mad on the bus.
Bro,
Work.
like that's my size right now.
Yeah, but
Like,
like,
seriously.
but I've always been this size, and Brady knows. Like
Like
I haven't
6'2",
grown
like
since the
220.
5th grade. So like I've been this size forever, and like I just remember in that like 6th grade before I went to DR, I was like so happy to go to Dominican Republic. I wore this brown shirt because I thought it was when they changed before they put that dude on their logo, that little dude,
Yeah.
whoever that dude is. I thought that dude was dope shirt, Adidas shirt, and I was wearing Nike shoes. And I
How
was
do you
wearing,
remember this, bro?
bro, because it's Tevin and like it's like all these black kids on the bus, and I was heated. And I'm like, bro, you guys say another word to me, I'm gonna throw my phone in your face and I'm gonna fuck you up. And
Let me guess
Miss
what
Tower
happened.
stopped the bus, and it took like
Towers.
7 people to stop me, and I was like, I was beating the shit out of him. He was bloody as hell. His mom and his dad, his whole family walked to my house because we all
It's
lived in
just
the
a
Willow
random
Bend.
person who talks
Tevin?
shit.
No, well, he was Tevin's cousin, so Tevin came, and Tevin's the one who pulled me off of him, and like, is like,
Isn't Tevin like 600 pounds?
dude, Tevin was like holding back to beat my ass, basically. Like he's like Like, he couldn't catch. I ran off the bus because I'm like, I'm going to let Tevin.
He couldn't catch me.
I'm like, can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. I'm like, shoot. And then went back home, acting like nothing happened, getting ready to get in the car to go to the fucking airport. And this family walks up. My mom's like, they wanted to press charges. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, press charges, please. Like, I kept.
You got
sure
deal with
about
that?
And then they call my stepdad, who's a Marine, and my stepdad talked them down, basically. And then that was it. That was about it. It was great.
Wow.
And that was story time with Josias.
I was just saying we need a story time segment.
Yeah.
I have way too many, but it's
Well,
been
this
under
pod is
wraps
gonna be
for
forever.
It's been under wraps for like,
So
I'd say 6 years. Like, been pretty good for like 6 years. But
You know,
nothing. I'm surprised I've not been in trouble, like big trouble, for sure.
they say don't pick a fight with someone you can't beat or someone you can't get away from.
Or
He
can't
beat
beat
his
off.
ass and got away from his cousin, so he's really knew what he was doing.
Okay, let's hit our last sports topic before we move on to your favorite segment, Drunk Draft. We still haven't even touched the Josh McD thing. So
I gotta spin off of that. Let's talk about first.
Okay, great, go for it.
No, we can actually finally talk about it. I'm just kidding.
I wanted to talk about how is it Chandler Jones, whatever, from the Raiders,
Yeah.
was talking about how he
You're going.
he's like, it's like 3 weeks ago. He's like, I'm perfectly fine or whatever after he went to the hospital for something. And McDaniels was like, no, you're not. Like, we need you to be reevaluated, XYZ. And then, like, I guess the team doctors are like, they're okay. He's okay. And he's supposed to be cleared to play. And he's like, basically butting heads with Josh McDaniels, basically. And, like, he's one of their best defenders. Am I wrong?
Yeah, he definitely is.
Like, and he's just another.
I saw some video of him being like weird.
I don't know what's going on with him really with like the medical stuff, but
Posting some weird stuff.
yeah,
Like CTE, like Antonio Brown type shit.
I don't know. I saw it was a behavioral
I'm just
health.
speculating. I have no idea.
He went to a
what's
behavioral
actually
health
going
clinic
on.
for one of the weeks like that he was out. So
They definitely. I mean, he's really good. So definitely miss him.
Some good UFC fights coming up too.
yeah, Josh McDaniels and Chandler Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
John Jones.
Okay, so I don't even want to do a segment anymore.
The Raiders are down 8 with like 2 minutes left.
The whole thing.
Yeah, you
I was
do
gonna
it.
let Hunter do it.
I got the
Hunter, you do
play-by-play right here to explain how fucking stupid this is.
He fucking does.
I do, because it was
This is
so
fucking
fucking
crazy.
stupid.
No, just go ahead.
Go.
4th and 1. All right, so Raiders down 8, fourth quarter, trying to drive down 8. You know, they need touchdown and
Yes.
Late
2-point
fourth.
conversion. 3:52 left, 4th and 1, Pittsburgh 25. They need 1 yard. They line up to go for it. They just need 1 yard to keep the drive going. False start. Big fucking mistake, moving back 5. 4th and 5 because it was like inches. 4th and 5 from Pittsburgh 29. 3 minutes left. They decide to kick a fucking field goal. Down 8.
Ooh.
With 1 timeout left. So like they don't have enough time to really do anything defensively.
The fuck.
He decides to kick a field goal. Josh McDaniels, the Raiders coach, down 8. Kick is good. Oh, wait, there's a penalty. Leverage on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dude tries to use his
Yeah, fuck that.
Which they replay it. I swear to God, the fucking offensive guard is just raising up. He's just standing up as he jumps, and he's coming down, and it just looks like your leverage is off of him. I just don't think he did.
I don't really know the particular rule of that one. I didn't like it, but then there was another penalty before that they scored on to give him. That was two separate penalties. The Minka hit to the head before this drive that Hunter's going through, which I disagree with as well, but that also led to points, which was ridiculous, but you can keep going with this drive.
Yeah. So 15 yards leverage penalty, automatic first, which is just crazy, by the way. But bails Josh McDaniels out of a crazy 4th and 5 decision to kick it down 8. They go through 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. They get to Pittsburgh 8. They get to another 4th and 4 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. So a
many
little
timeouts?
closer. He got bailed out of the first field goal. He decides to kick another field goal. 26-yard field goal on 4th and 4 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Didn't they have 2 timeouts?
He had one, if I remember right. He had one.
They had 2-minute warning too, though.
They had 2-minute warning,
2-minute warning, yeah.
but down 8.
I liked it.
I'm sure you did as a Steelers fan. Twitter's just blowing up. Kicks the field goal. Everyone's like, what is going on? The announcers are like, dude, what are you doing? I'm sitting here like, okay, the only way this makes sense is if they are planning on just kicking it so they can onside and get a fresh set of downs. Nope. Punt it or kick it off all the way to the Steelers. Steelers run, get a first down, then get stopped and actually have to punt it back with 22 seconds left. But, I mean, they punt it to Las Vegas' 16, so Las Vegas would have to go 84 yards with no timeouts in 12 seconds.
Remember, he actually fumbled that snap too.
He fumbled
Or
the snap.
fumbled the kick, and yeah, we almost got that.
Oh, the return.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
return
on the
man
return.
almost fumbled the kick, killing even more time.
Yep.
The first play, Jimmy Garoppolo throws an interception, game over. Never a chance, though. Why in the fuck are you kicking a field goal down 8 with 2 minutes left? What are you doing? That was the stupidest coaching decision of the year. The one I can remember. Like, I was at a loss for words. I was screaming at the television. I don't even care who wins this game.
Do you think that any of the other coaching staff they had a meeting right after that? They're like, bro, what the fuck was that call?
Maybe.
Somebody steps up and is like, yo, what the hell? What? Like, he has to come out and say something about that. That was fucking crazy. And then, I mean,
I don't even know how you defend it. Like, what is your logic? He said he needed multiple scores to win, which is technically true because you get a timeout and the best you can do is tie. But you don't have the opportunity to score multiple times if you're just kicking a field goal. You have go to overtime and see if you can make it. Go for it. Go get the touchdown. Go to overtime and then do your fucking field goals or whatever. He's just like assuming he had another quarter or something. I don't know. I was losing my mind. And Bowman texted in their group chat, wasn't watching us with us, and said the exact same thing I was.
I hopped on Twitter before.
Twitter was going crazy.
Before Hunter said
Announcers were
anything,
going crazy.
I saw a picture of the SpongeBob looking like a Down syndrome person. I don't want to say the other, whatever. And then it was like, hey, coach, what are we doing? He's like, we're running the field goal. It's just like, yo, bro, no way we are. After the game, though, they said Garoppolo had a concussion. He's in concussion
Yeah,
protocol.
saw that.
So he, at the end of the second quarter, there's like 20 seconds left.
I mean, that's a long
He
time.
got like thrown down. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but did you see Jacoby Myers was the one that saw Garoppolo kind of being weird and grabbed the ref and told him, like, no, get this dude out of here, which I thought was super cool.
Never saw that.
see
No.
that.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, my quarterback's not right. So then they finished the half without him, and I kind of thought that he wouldn't come out for the second half, but he did and played the whole thing. So just assumed he was fine. And then right after the game, it comes out he's in concussion protocol.
I think that those in-game calls, like when Anthony Richardson hits his head, and they're like, it's like, I think we're gonna make the coach make the head decision right here. Is he gonna keep playing or not? And it's like, boom, and he doesn't play because like Jimmy G gets that injury in the second quarter, and he plays the rest of the fucking game. It's comparable
I didn't
to.
notice this one though.
I didn't see it happen, but I guess he banged his head for sure.
Yeah, I did. They made it. The announcer said it quick. Like Jacoby Myers went up to the ref and did it, and it was right before half when like we were just going in half anyways, and then like no one talked about it. But yeah, pretty crazy to see he was in concussion protocol after. So he played the whole second half with a recent concussion.
324 yards on the Steelers defense.
With the good
Yeah, if you look at the total yardage, we give up a lot. But we also have the most takeaways in the league right now. So that's pretty dope.
Oh, I also saw, speaking of concussions, Justin Fields got rocked, and he's like coming off the field, and DJ Moore, like Justin Fields damn near stumbles into the ref, and DJ Moore like grabs him. He's like, oh shit, like get him off the field, and like walks him off the field. And
I did see this one.
And I feel like I watched the play before. I mean, he could have been concussed too.
Did he come back?
He came back. Yeah, he comes and plays like right after. But like a lot of these like concussion protocol things, I feel like they're like just making the decision on the field. Like they're not even, because how's Anthony Richardson have almost like an identical kind of hit? And they take him out instantly after he hits the ground basically. The next possession, like they're
I mean, I don't know what prompts you to have to go into the 10 or have to go through like the test on the field, or if you're like, yeah, it almost feels like a judgment call that you're like, oh, okay, he seems all right. I guess we don't have to go through this.
And if you saw
Small
Richardson fall after he gets a touchdown, or whatever, he gets up on his own, he's perfectly fine. But then like Justin Fields, like, I mean, I think Richardson's like perfectly fine, but he gets up. He's not stumbling. Justin Fields gets hit. He's walking out the end zone, stumbles into the ref. His wide receiver grabs him. No one says anything. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's like maybe the coaches call most of the time if somebody's going to play or not. Or it's not like the players are like, I feel like I'm.
Well, they have the like baseline concussion test where they ask them, I don't know if you guys have been ever evaluated for like an instant concussion. They're like, what day of the week is it? Mm-hmm. Who's the president? What year is it? Like they ask them like 5 really basic questions that it's enough to where if you have like a bad concussion or something, you might like really have to think about it and slow, and like that's when they'll take you out. But most of the time, if it's all right, like you can get those easy questions. And then I think that's when it goes to like the coaches to like, if Tua, because we went through this last year with Tua when he just was getting killed. If it came out where like he had a maybe concussion and then they asked him those questions and he passed, I think the coaching staff right now would be cautious and be like, "Nah, Tua, you're sitting the rest of the game. You're our quarterback. We need you." But a lot of these quarterbacks and coaches that like don't have a history of head concussion problems, like they're just like, he's probably fine. Let's throw him back in. Yeah. And then they kind of learn later because the concussion symptoms really hit like later, like hour or two, next day even, where you're just forgetting things and like clearly just a little out of it, like in a daze. So it's hard to like know right away unless it's bad. So I think that's where it comes from. And if you put these decisions in like coaches' hands, most times they're gonna just say play. Because that's what they grew up on, that all these coaches, there was no concussion protocol when these dudes were growing up. And so unless it's like a real touchy situation with like a Tua or a star quarterback where you just don't want to risk it, they're just going to tell a Garoppolo or a Justin Fields, like, dude, we suck anyways. Just get back in there, bro. Yeah. Which sucks, but like, I don't know a better way. Yeah. Concussions are so tough to diagnose now that like that's the best we have.
I see what you're saying, but then like, how's Anthony Richardson not get put back in right after that? Maybe he didn't answer those questions good.
I would say he's a rookie.
More fucked up too. I mean, you don't know how he was. So
yeah. But even if he did, to Josias' point, he's also their quarterback of the future, first round pick in game 2. Like, let's be cautious a little bit is what I would guess.
Feel that. Dope.
I feel like you could install some force meters in helmets.
I think they
determine point of impact as
there.
Well as force, and that can also help monitor things. It's going to be different for everyone. Same hit for someone could not do it for the other. You can get hit.
The amount of impact the D lineman takes over the quarterback, or like all that stuff as well.
Start putting them in your pads, see how hard you're getting pounded from behind or something.
Good one, Bowman.
Put that in your bitch.
Like it.
Got that AC blowing. So where do you guys keep your houses at?
Speaking of AC.
Yeah, don't look at my shit.
I keep my house at 65. Is that
That's
cold?
65? So cold.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like I need to put a sweater on every
whatever the outdoor temperature is.
That's definitely incorrect.
Let's go, boys. Let's get it.
Hop off a 16 passenger.
Roll into Drunk Draft. We appreciate all your votes
How many votes we get?
that
Do you know how many
you
votes
did this
total?
past week. It was almost there. It was at 45.
It would have been you two anyway. But
45 total votes. Still can't get to 50. Come on, guys. Repost. Just tell somebody I'm trying to get to 50 so the bottom two can shotgun.
why don't they just do it this week?
Unfortunately, this week, me and Hunter tied for last place.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
So we're going to do it anyway. Double shotgun.
Yes, sir. To recap, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Squeaker.
We had zoo animals, and the winner was Josias
Yeah, just asked
With
one. He
a-
took it by like 8 votes.
with a team of the gorilla, the polar bear, the cheetah, and the spider monkey for Mr. Irrelevant. Honestly, didn't think that was great of a team, but I guess that's what people want.
The two shotgunning. Do you have any, maybe not regrets on your pick? Is there any pick you'd do over? And who would you take?
I'm leaving the sloth one. Shout out Matt Johnson.
I mean, that's a pick.
a
You
vote.
guys are telling me my penguin pick is bad. I like the penguin pick. My last pick, Bonobo, I might switch it out with something different, but I don't think it changes anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Fucking zoo animals. I don't think there's like a clear top tier or anything. I honestly thought my team was good.
God.
Yo, Saturday when we were golfing, we had the like oldest cart ever, and at one time
Oh.
it backfired. And
You made a shot like a.
yes,
But
it
like
sounded
really,
like a gun-
really bad.
It was a gunshot.
That's pretty
It
cool.
really, it sounded like a car backfiring.
You
And
both
it
look at
was
each other like.
Crazy,
way.
yeah. And King looked at us from across the fair. He's like, "Joe, was that you?" That was something. Our cart was on one.
So we got that thing on us. Hey, cheers, baby.
Speaking of Fortnite, Rob just texted and asked to play.
That pop made that hole way too fucking big, so it's just like dribbling down my chest.
Bowman, did we watch Flubber at your house, like sophomore year? In the
I thought you were gonna say last week, and I was like,
No.
I doubt it. But there's a chance.
I was gonna say, like, I remember being on a pull out fucking couch bed, sitting and watching that movie.
I don't really like
Pet and a
Flubber,
cat.
so I don't know. I doubt I would have watched.
It could have
Flubber.
been Matt's house. That's what I'm saying.
All right, fuck a flubber. Just ask you one. Tell them what we're doing this week.
So, folks, since I got the decision to pick what we are drafting this week, since I won last week, we are going to do Disney movies, all-time Disney movies. Now, folks, if you choose a Disney movie that has multiple movies as following as a series, you take all of those movies as your pick. So
you can get a franchise.
get a franchise, yeah. So can't say Cars 1 and then Hunter goes Cars 2, or
No, those are different movies, though. What about planes?
Shut up.
yeah. So
I think we've determined that I will go first.
that's correct. And then it goes Hunter, Bowman, then me.
Oh my god!
Dude, I can smell that. That's bad.
I had the
You saw? I couldn't even see it. I think Bowman's the only person who saw that.
Like an elephant.
I picked the elephant.
It
That's what
sounded like I
was.
thought he sneezed.
It was a burp that I was trying to hold in so badly, and it came out as like a sneeze.
Damn, if you just fucking threw up, bro.
I'm
That's
I did
tough.
not. I did not.
I hope the camera's still on.
But
It should be.
I feel
Okay,
a
good.
million times better after that. Holy shit!
Just a little fake throw up. Get you right. All right. I'm going to go first and start us off with Remember the Titans. This might be one of my all-time
Oh.
favorite movies. It's a fucking classic. If you haven't seen it for some reason, you need to watch it.
Great Adam Sandler movie.
I'll take
Oh,
Click.
You guys forgot my Adam Sandler, my movies, bro. I got them down, bro.
I can't even fit that in the thing. I think you got to pick something else.
But also, you
just-
need
I'm gonna
to
type
remember
in-
the Alamo as well.
Hey,
And never forget.
never forget. There's so many.
This guy.
All right, never mind. Disney movies. I will take what I think people like think as the Disney movie.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
Lion King.
It's not bad.
Bowman.
Right here on the turn.
Going 4 rounds here.
Yeah.
4 rounds.
I don't know. I'm looking at Josias. I'm thinking, what is he going to take?
Oh my god.
Well, I got a few I want.
I know.
And I think that's the way I have to go right there. And that's going to be Toy Story.
I mean, I'm sweating because I feel like Bowman knows
pick,
what I'm
good
going to
pick.
say. Like,
Toy Story.
it's every
Back-to-back
draft
picks.
that we have, or like fucking bets. Like, he's just fucking about to say what I'm about to say.
Were you gonna
And vice versa. Yeah, it's
Were
like
you about
that.
to take Toy Story?
My hand's sweating, bro. I am getting pissed. Like, that's fucking dumb. All
mine
right,
is-
so I get
just
2
sweat,
off the bat
so-
right here. So
Sir.
I'm taking 2 great
Don't blow it.
series right here, and I'm gonna go with Finding Nemo.
Okay.
They did Finding Dory, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's also included.
Don't know if
in
I
that.
ever watched that one.
I did.
Never did, but Finding Nemo's classic.
Nemo's a good one. Oh, I got it. Okay.
This one. I don't like. There's just 3 of them that I could just choose right here, but I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you can't do that though. So
He said it so.
I'm going Pirates of the Caribbean, all of them.
oh,
Caribbean.
I mean, yeah, you do get all of them, but
You can have that one down. You can have it. Okay.
all right.
Yeah, what you got now? What you got now, huh?
I don't know how to spell Caribbean.
There's so many. Okay, so second pick, second round. My second pick is going to be Monsters Incorporated.
No way, dude! That was my next moment right after.
Come on, baby.
That's just hard, baby. That's just hard right there, baby. That's what I like to see.
All right.
Jesus Christ. I'm sticking with classics. I'll go 101 Dalmatians.
Well, folks, we
Can't
have our
even count that
loser.
high. You guys ever just like have sat down and like tried to count as high as you could and like just kept counting?
No.
Not like recently, like as a child.
Never.
I
As
just
a
like how
child, I definitely
like
would
the
just be like
s-
1, 2, 3,
this
4.
pause in the know.
I just count as high
How
as I
long did
could.
that? I mean, did you sit there for like hours?
I don't quite
or-
remember. No, definitely not hours.
When I was in first grade, we had there were scrolls. You'd take a like paper towel roll, but like no paper towels on it, right? And then you would tape graph paper around it, and then you would like write, and that's all you did was count numbers, and you just see how high you could get.
Okay, so
throughout
that
the
was
year.
basically the same thing I
But I
said.
didn't have to say anything. But
I would say it in my head. I wouldn't say it out loud.
Scroll was
But this sounds like a school project.
it was a school thing. Like
It was
you
like
did
a,
in
it
school.
sounded like a activity.
School
almost.
project?
No,
It was first grade.
was an
For
acti-
school.
It
For-
sounds like
or
an
for you.
activity.
It was
School.
school.
It was
yeah.
an activity
For you, not
Guys,
for
that's
school.
not-
Yeah,
that
grade-
sounds like an
But I
activity.
spent time
You
at
did
home
this on
doing
your
it.
own, though?
Was it for grade?
I'm sure. Well, first grade.
It was.
You know.
Was it given to you? As
It
a
sounds like
project?
they gave him an activity.
it
to
was
do
like-
at
just
home.
an activity, like
yeah,
coloring.
do this.
Yeah.
See how far you get throughout
Yeah.
the year. And I went
Oh.
hard. Like I got to like
You
4,000.
just said, like, oh man, let's go to schools, bro. Like,
I was going crazy. That thing was basically the size of a full paper towel.
You know, graphing calculators. You could just do answer plus 1.
Yeah.
I would just sit there and
Yeah. Just-
pre-algebra, I think, just enter.
Just enter.
I was up to like 50,000 by the end of the year. I mean, like I would just pay attention to just be hitting enter the whole time,
this shit nerds do.
and then you would save the number in a storage.
Yeah,
at the
this
end,
is
so you
this
know
is
where
like
you're
when
at.
I first realized I liked numbers. I was a number dude.
I was typing boobies and turning my calculator around.
You just type in hello out. Hey. Did you take anyone?
No, because you guys went crazy on counting numbers. So
How did we get there?
Um,
101. Yeah.
I really hate that you took Monsters Inc. I'm gonna go with High School Musical. Big ups, baby.
That's
Shout out Zac
actually-
Efron.
That might be the pick of this.
I know you guys like how I say that out there. Zac Efron.
All right.
I don't think so, bro.
It's a good pick, though.
Yep.
That was a solid
Like
pick.
it.
You're up again.
I don't like how I don't have any animated ones. It's kind of pissing me off. But I think this one's better. I'm gonna go The Parent Trap.
That's right there.
Great OG movie.
Don't hate it. Hey, you haven't lost a draft. I know that much.
So I tell you what,
Shut up.
I was today years old when I figured out Pixar is Disney. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Cars.
Great pick.
Great pick. Okay, well that leaves me with an easy decision, I think, and I'm gonna take. I could look it up to make sure, but I'm pretty sure Up will be my pick.
On the list.
Yeah, it's gotta be Disney, right? Yeah.
It is.
I believe
It
so.
is.
Thank you.
Guess that's up to me. now.
Josias, you have
What you
two
working with
picks,
over
my
there,
guy.
sleeve?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide between my two.
You have 2 picks.
My guy. My guy.
You gotta at least have one.
Make a
ready.
pick.
Oh, why he's waiting?
Okay.
This is your topic.
All right. I'm going. See, I just don't know. People consider this a Disney movie.
So is it Disney?
I can't. Bowman, what did he do in fantasy?
Can we have a pick timer in the future?
Well, some leagues, if you don't know, have free agent acquisition budget
Mm-hmm.
where you get like $100 fake to bid on players, free agents throughout the year. He spent 36.
You said 37.
Yeah, it was 37, which is 37% of his budget
Yeah.
on Justice Hill in between weeks 1 and 2. Proceeded to not play him in week 2, and then dropped him for Nelson Aguilar
Before week 3.
for week 3.
Oh, he was bragging about it. Oh, I got Nelson Aguilar, baby. I remember it.
He wasn't bragging. He
so
was
sad.
upset he had to start
Yeah,
him.
well, you know.
But he kept Marvin Jones Jr. on his bench,
You know what I mean?
who has now played 3 weeks and accumulated.
Negative 2
Negative
points.
2, 0, and 0. Those are his stat lines.
Those are just fucking top tier plays.
That was tough. I was waiting for you to defend
From
your logic
Josias.
on that, and then you just never
Didn't
said
respond.
anything. Oh, man.
Besides, I thought you said there were 812 Disney movies made.
Yeah,
so
but,
how
like,
can you?
there's-
None of them are flowing out of your mouth
He
right
picked
now.
Okay,
he
so-
picked this topic.
I'm going holes,
Ooh,
and then I'm gonna go. That's what I'm stuck between.
Digging up.
Holes is a good one.
I had it on there.
Dude, I can go 5 rounds for sure. Okay.
Oh, I'm.
You
When?
haven't went 4.
Ratatouille.
Dude, I
All
have
right.
no idea how to spell these.
Yeah, before you send it to me too, make sure they're right so
I
we don't
do
look stupid.
every time.
Okay. Well, I don't think they've been this hard before. You told me to spell ratatouille, I'd just be guessing.
Oh, you want the superpowers? Tell me how to spell telekinesis.
Oh yeah, shit.
All right. Speaking of superpowers,
Incredibles.
let me get the Incredibles.
Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you?
So I think what's actually the highest grossing franchise they've had, I believe, is Frozen, which is what I'll take. For like single movie.
Yeah,
Frozen
we
and Frozen
just-
2, I think, killed it for
We don't
me.
have any 6-year-olds listening to the pods.
Oh, no, I got my following.
Come on. Corn chip lady. Big Frozen fan.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll top us off here.
Whoa.
Not me, bro. You gotta ask first, bro.
All
What the
right,
fuck?
all right, pause. We're good. I'll finish.
Dude, you're not finishing me off either, bro.
Dude, what else are you going to do?
My last pick.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
Is-
bend over and
My last pick is Beauty and the Beast. Oh, what a classic.
I've got another tied for
I think I
last.
watched
That's
it one time when I was like
crazy.
8.
Was it good?
I don't know.
You don't even know. You guys got any honorable mentions there?
I've never
I know that-
disliked
I mean-
a topic more.
I had Snow Dogs. Always loved that movie.
I like some Snow
Shoot,
Dogs.
that's the first time I've heard that movie's
Goofy
name.
movie.
I was gonna
Since
say
it
the
came out.
Avengers, like the whole series, it's Disney, but like,
I don't know if anyone's gonna give you that.
yeah,
Like it would be, but like
Yeah.
It's like all the like Cinderella,
That's Disney's highest.
Lilo and Stitch, Bambi,
For sure.
Little Mermaid,
Oh no.
like all the old shit.
I think Frozen might be up there all the time.
Herbie Fully Loaded. The game plan. Not really. Aladdin's pretty good. Pocahontas we missed.
Milan, is that one?
Mulan, yeah.
I forgot about Holes and The Incredibles. Those are good ones.
The Jungle Book.
Lilo and Stitch,
Dumbo. Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
Aladdin, Mulan.
we said all those.
Dumbass.
Stupid ass.
Sweet Life and Zack and Cody when they had that mix up with Hannah Montana and some other one. That was really like a movie episode.
Iron Man.
Oh, I think they had a movie with Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, which I can't remember the name, but they like did a mashup movie.
I can't believe you guys are such Disney fans.
Mighty
Bro, you
Ducks.
accept Number Boy
Somebody say
over there?
Mighty Ducks already?
Once I got like a little older, I watched Disney more than Nickelodeon,
Yes.
What?
Their movies would be like way better.
and their
High
shows
School
were just
Musical
great.
Sing along, like you weren't watching that.
Like watching Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Sweet Life on Deck. That was a great show. I watched all of Hannah Montana. I used to have.
Hannah Montana had a movie.
I thought Hannah Montana was super hot.
You guys ever seen Con Air
No.
with the dude from National Treasure? What's his name?
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Oh, Con Air, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen
It's not very Disney.
Oh,
No,
well,
it's not Disney at all, but it's a Disney movie.
All right, well, that concludes this week's Drunk Draft. Again, it's going to be on Instagram on the weekend or Monday, whenever the fucking decide to post it.
Oh my God.
Do you
Be
guys
sure
want
to
some community service? I said
Oh.
last week I would find a few bets.
Shit. Just kidding. This is not the outro. Community service for the people. These are bets for you guys to make. And Hunter has some.
I'm going to guess you guys don't have any, but
I do not.
I felt obligated by myself saying I would find some bets for this week because I haven't had any this season yet. So I found 3 futures bets at what I think are pretty decent prices. So I got 3 of them here. One is going to be the first one's going to be a heavy favorite, but I'm okay laying it because I don't see him losing. 49ers to win their division, minus 490 on FanDuel. That is...
It's fucking heavy favorite.
It is
I
a
would
heavy
never
favorite.
Put money on that because I don't have money.
You do have to lay it, but there is, and just in general, in gambling, there can be as much favorite on the heavy as much
like it, yeah.
money to be made, as much edge on the heavy favorites as there is on the heavy dogs. People, casual bettors don't like to ever lay heavy favorites, so you could argue there's even more money to be made on these heavy favorites. So you tell me the scenario where the 49ers aren't winning their division. They look like the best team in football.
Plane crashes on the way home.
Facts.
That's the other thing, though. Their system is so good that they could lose, like,
Their whole
Their
team.
pilots are great. They will never crash.
their quarterback could tear their ACL next game, and they still would be favored to win their division easily. So Niners to win their division minus 490. Now, I knew you guys weren't going to like that one as much.
We're
So
casuals.
the
I
next...
also got Seattle winning that division, so I got to believe that they'll be good.
That's fine. I think that's the only one that would test them.
Had Jason Myers on a team, kick like 6 field goals for me. It was beautiful.
But the next 2 are more underdogs that I think people might like. So that was minus 490 to win the division on FanDuel. The other team I don't hate, but I don't think can catch them. So I'm going to have the Rams to make the playoffs.
Ew.
Plus 360 on Barstool. Now, the Rams are obviously not favored to make it, but plus 360 is pretty crazy for a team that has looked way better than expected so far through 3 weeks, and that is without their best offensive player,
Cam
Cooper Kupp,
Akers.
that should come back and give them a real shot to make the playoffs. Also, I don't think a lot of the fringe teams in the NFC look that great, so I Can see the Rams sneaking in there for a 6 or 7 seed.
Yeah.
Plus 360. I will take that. And finally, the one I know will get at least a little love from the couch is the Cincinnati Bengals to win the AFC North at plus 425 on DraftKings, which I think would have been a fair price before last night's game where Burrow came back, played through an injury, didn't re-injure it,
Didn't do it.
and looked pretty solid. Got a win
Figured
on Monday Night Football.
Figured out they should throw the ball to Jamar Chase.
So they come out of there with 1 win. The leader in the division has 2 wins, and you're getting them plus 425 on DraftKings to win the division. I think that is a solid shot in the dark, as I think Burrow will only get more healthy and get more back in line with where he was last year as the season goes on.
All the teams ahead of them
Okay,
play
and
each other.
before you
at least one, and
just
I'll play them again.
everything you need to know too. The Bengals are currently 0-2 in the division.
Absolutely. So
So
I think that's
just
why you're getting some
be
more
careful.
money on it.
Yeah, but they get to play both those teams again.
That is true.
Okay.
And I think through 2 weeks, like the Ravens haven't looked that good.
Yep, Nick Chubb's out for the year.
The Steelers, I would
Kenny
argue,
Pickett's
look
still
worse
healthy.
than expected.
Yeah.
And the Browns,
That's crazy.
Browns are the ones that have looked better.
Nick Chubb is out
And
for
I-
the year.
I would
Kenny
worry about
Pickett
the
Two
Browns.
and 1.
are two relatable.
Yeah.
things.
Are you just gonna fall back on the record because that is not how you should do it?
No, I'm saying it is crazy because we do look worse than expected, and we're
And
2
you
and
found
1.
out- yeah, somehow 2 and 1. Yeah.
So
I
it's
agree.
like
So you'll regress.
we can
Oh.
just go up.
Oh.
We can get better.
So DraftKings has the Steelers at plus 350 or the Bengals at plus 425. Who would you rather have?
I was not big on the Bengals to start the season. And I'm not switching up now. I like the Steelers better than the Bengals.
He doesn't care about the numbers.
Clearly. All right, I'm putting these 3 in to
One more
the
win then. We're one another division.
community service, so we can revisit at the end of the year. But between the 3, I think there's some good bets, and they are certainly decent numbers. I looked around; those are the best numbers you can find. Anyone else like to add anything to community service before we sign off for the week?
No, sir.
Make sure to sign up for the rewards programs for the places you often eat lunch.
Ooh, good recommendation.
That's
the
basically
crew.
what determines what I'm eating that day. Is they'll send me an email. Here, hey, $5 off, or here's a
Get
coupon.
the apps for any fast food place you are eating at,
Use your rewards.
because guaranteed there's some deal and or some reward every time. You guaranteed will spend less money using the app than just going up and ordering at the desk or
So
at
I always
the
like
drive-thru.
buy one get one all the time. Buy one get one 50% off.
If you have a Cane's, I didn't know this till this week actually. Cane's app, if you spend over $35 in one purchase, they give you on your app, like they give you a 50% off a box combo next time you go.
Dang.
But $35 is a hefty for
35's
one
up there.
person. Yeah.
That's cute. I like it.
But that was pretty cool. I mean, I don't think I use any fast food without using like their app and scanning my thing. Even Starbucks, like points. It's like fucking going to Kroger. Put your motherfucking card in, bro. Put your phone number in.
And if you're a dirty dog, you'll put different birthdays in so you don't get all the free stuff on the same day. So you'll say your birthdays. You got one in June.
Fucking liar,
July.
dude.
Now that's plus EV right there.
that's
That's plus EV, baby.
That's a dirty dog move,
I'm
though.
telling on you,
That's a
dude.
dirty dog move.
That's smart.
Okay, appreciate you guys listening to the pod. Go like, subscribe this video on YouTube. 5 stars on all streaming devices that you listen to us on. Please vote on this week's Drunk Draft. Appreciate you guys listening. Peace out.
Go Giants.
Worldwide.